Driving a car 36 kilometers across Florida whilst manually flying a drone at the same time. Reckless, stupid, or a legend? Let's discuss. Hi, I'm Ash from DroningON. Now, whilst the majority of drone operators are focused on protecting our hobby and sport and creating positive drone stories, some are sadly determined to destroy it. And I'll add that the new FAA regulation changes just introduced probably won't help. A new obsession has developed for flight range, and that basically involves extending the battery capacity and flying the drone as far as possible away from yourself. Long away from line of sight, and basically all in order to log an unofficial world record. Strange, bizarre and sad as this is, it's also illegal, and it puts our hobby at risk of increased regulation, as we've just seen here in the UK and in Canada, where drone laws are already now implemented or on their way. At this rate, America will probably follow next. The drone operator in this case uses his full name for his YouTube channel, and he's apparently called Pablo Chacon. He uses the same name on Mavic Pilots, a discussion group where range junkies compare their silly exploits in flying as far as they possibly can, long out of line of sight. On Saturday, he posted to the group showing off a video in which he states that he drove his car on a road in Florida at the same time as manually piloting his drone over a distance of 36 kilometers. That's about 22 miles. Now, clearly, this is just stupid and careless. You cannot concentrate on flying a drone and avoiding obstacles whilst also driving a car safely on a public road with other traffic about. He even comments in his post on Mavic Pilots that he had to hold the controller in one hand and the steering wheel in the other, and the worst is yet to come. But before any of my viewers consider defending him, just think about how you'd feel if he had lost control of his car and smashed into your family who were driving along that road, killing them all. That might be a bit of a what-if scenario, but it could happen, and when it does, we will all be in trouble as drone operators. So the video that he shared shows a manually navigated flight. The entire flight length, in fact, is 45 minutes due to the extended battery that the operator has attached to his DJI Mavic. Now, the big issue here is not necessarily the range, because he wasn't entirely out of line of sight and partially had the drone in sight whilst he was driving. However, you simply cannot drive a car whilst also keeping focus on your drone and any full-sized manned aircraft which might be about to cross its path. Therefore, I would argue that strictly he wasn't in line of sight. During his flight, the DJI Go app highlights multiple high wind velocity warnings, suggesting that the weather really wasn't appropriate anyway for such a flight. He also loses signal a few times, which would definitely have distracted his attention that he was supposed to have been paying to the road and other motorists using it. Now, at the end of the video, he drained his drone battery so far that he couldn't even properly pilot it down to land, and the drone flies out of control to a stop in the middle of the opposing carriageway, right in front of oncoming traffic. Worst still, if we take a glance at his YouTube channel where he shows off similar videos flying centrally in the middle of cities, he's clearly quite a careless and selfish operator. For somebody to conduct a drone flight in this way whilst driving a car shows an absolute disregard for safety and a ton of ignorance. Especially after Drone DJ wrote an article about his flight, following which the operator accused them of stealing personal messages, despite the fact that this operator was posting on a public forum in public. It is pretty ignorant not to understand that whatever you put on YouTube or a discussion forum is now in the public domain, and therefore that means it's also up for scrutiny. We sincerely hope that the FAA pay this fella a visit, not only because the flight is careless, but so is his attitude to drone safety, laws, and the safety of other motorists on that road. What do you think? We've been pretty hard on our criticism here, but so have the wider drone community as this video came to light. Comment below with your thoughts and share this video. Plus, if you're not already a subscriber, hit that button so you don't miss other stories and follow-ups like this. Thanks very much for watching.